So anyway, guys, way chunk loaders work is basically mod authors, in order to fix this problem, they developed items that would essentially force a chunk to be loaded. Now, chunk loaders, they work in different ways. I'm not exactly sure how they work. I'm not sure if they exploit the system or if they just totally rewrite the way Minecraft works with chunks so that it works normally in a kind of way. I'm not sure. But chunk loaders work differently to each other, I guess, because, sometimes. And another thing about chunk loaders is they don't work across dimensions. So if you're loading a chunk in the nether, you still have to be in the nether for that chunk to load. So yeah. Now, the thing is, you can actually get the normal world to interact with the nether using ender chests. But unless you're on a server and someone's in that server, or you've got chunk loaders, then it's not going to work. Because when you're on a server, because the server is basically like one computer running everything, then you can actually have the server load up the nether and the overworld at once, even if someone, because someone might be in the nether and someone might be in the overworld. And because of this, if you actually have a chunk loader in the nether, even if no one's in the nether and you're on a server but everyone else is in the overworld, everyone is in the overworld, it will still load that chunk within the nether even though no one's there. So that's good. But in single player, not going to work. But chunks that are far away from you but still in the overworld, they will load. So if you have like some ender chest or some other teleport pipe system, some type of so-called cheaty system that some people don't like to use, these teleporting things, they prefer to build infrastructure, different infrastructure. They might you know they don't use them. But people who do, if you had one chunk where one pipe was and you had another chunk where another pipe was, and even if these chunks were far away from each other, as long as the world was loaded, they'd both be able to interact as if there was nothing wrong. You know what else is wrong? There's no water pipe here. I mean, what the heck? How is that supposed to work? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make some chunk loaders. It's going to be a bit expensive, but it should be okay in the end. I'm going to put in this piston, and I'm going to get myself 1 iron. I'm going to put in this sapphire and this copper. I'm going to get myself a bit more iron. 1, 2, 3. I think I need 4. Yeah, 8. That's how many. I meant 8. And then I'm going to get myself 1 piece of lapis lazuli. It's actually pronounced lapis lazuli. So if I say lapis lazuli instead of lapis lazuli, know that I'm actually pronouncing it the proper way. I found that out by it was a song, and at one point the Minecraft parody song said lapis lazuli, but then it said, like in subtitles, it's actually pronounced lapis lazuli. I was like, okay, cool, and I was like, that sounds legit, and I think I've heard that somewhere before, and I really like the town of the way it goes, lazuli, like that lazuli, just sounds like it's a j. It's like the SH Z version, there is a sound for that in English. You use it when you like, I forget what words you use that in. Like normally you say shoot, or shampoo. Sometimes you say je. There are some words I know, like SH is pronounced je or sh. I'm not sure. Anyway, now that we've got that, we can use our inbuilt crafting table, the Philosopher's Stone. Another thing I didn't tell you about the Philosopher's Stone is if you hold it in your inventory and press C, it acts as a portable crafting table. So if I were to put these iron ingots around like so, and put a piece of lapis lazuli in the middle, it'll make a teleport tether, which is just a fancy name that they decided to call the chunk loaders in this version. They're called chunk loaders again now because people were confused. They were looking for chunk loaders and they couldn't find them. Like, where's my chunk loader? But it's fine. So I'm just going to place my chunk loader anywhere within this chunk, and bam. if I press F9 again now, we should see that this chunk and the next chunk is loaded. So this should be no problem now. Now, we're getting into a bit of dangerous territory with all these chunk loaders. Hang on, F10 is it? No, it's not F10, it is F9. But it's all for the greater good. So now I'm going to be able to turn this back on, and hopefully it should work. But I want to set up a redstone timer system. A redstone state cell and timer system. I want to set up... Yeah, I think I know where my timers are. I think they're here. That's where they all are. Well, that's where one of them is. I'm not sure where the other one went. I think they might have despawned or something, or glitched while I was away. I had some infrastructure here. Basically, what I was doing was I was actually using an automated system to deploy buckets onto the tank, so I could automatically retrieve buckets of oils and bring it back to my transmutation table to turn into gunpowder. Then I used the gunpowder because gunpowder is a fuel source. Okay, here, let me explain. If I go over to the transmutation table here, you'll see that it currently says transmutation matter. Now, if I manage to remove all the matter from it, you know, by turning it all into something like that. Just get all the items out. There you go, bye. It'll say transmutation no lock. Then if I put something like redstone in, it'll say fuel. So at the moment, in equivalent exchange, for the moment, I won't be able to transmute between fuel and matter. So there is a slight limitation. But what I did was I turned all my oil buckets, which would count as fuel, into gunpowder. Then I used the gunpowder to make TNT, and most often in equivalent exchange, the EMC values of items are really consistent. So the EMC value of the gunpowder is actually the same EMC value as 5 gunpowder and 4 sand. So it's all legitimate. And then because TNT counts as matter, I then put it back into the transmutation table as matter, and that's one way to turn energy into matter. And that's what I did. So yeah, that's basically it for the moment. I've got timer. No, I don't have a timer on me. Crap. Let me throw away this. I don't need it. Tell you what I do want. I want my timer, which I think I've left here. No, wait, what happened to my timer? I had it. Oh, there it is. I've had 2 timers on me the entire time. Thank goodness. Right. So now I just need to find some state cells and find out where I put my other state cells, and it should be a-okay. I think. Okay, I'm not actually sure, but I will need to make some more state cells. That's okay. We'll make them at home. But this has been a pretty good episode of These has been a pretty good set of episodes of Technically Modded Minecraft, where I explain exactly what I've done, or exactly what happened. Likewise, if you are still confused, leave any comments below, and I will answer them, you know, either through the comment section, or if I know you in real life, then I might answer them in real life instead. Thank you for watching. My name is James Ryan, and I have been your host. Peace out.